Hi, as we all know, banking industry has undergone tremendous changes in 2016. As we look forward in 2017, there are more changes expected in that space. In this direction, we have put together 6 strategic trends that we feel and believe is going to help banks. If they address and as well as adopt, they're going to change the landscape of banking. The first and foremost is customer experience. As digital technologies grow from the perspective of adoption and increased penetration, the more and more banks are going to face the challenges of if they don't adopt digital technologies, they are going to lose the customers. I think as we are all aware, more than 50% of the global population is less than 30 years of age, and almost 96% of them are connected in one way or the other in the social media, social networking, or on the internet. With more than 5 billion mobile phones and more than 2 billion internet users, I think the digital technologies are going to make or break the way customer experience is being developed in the banking industry. The second and the most important trend that we observe is going to be the ecosystem play. As we see, the more and more banks are going to play the ecosystem role in 2017. It is not just the ecosystem of partnering with some alliances and coming out with products and solutions, but it's going to be the economics of ecosystem. There will be a sharing of losses and profits from the ecosystem, and a seamless experience that is provided by Uber, Airbnb, Alibaba, or any other company is going to be the trendsetter for the banking industry to adopt ecosystem play. The third trend that we are witnessing is the insights. I think the banking industry is the only industry which is sitting on a lot of data accumulated over a period of time, but it has not been converted into information, knowledge, and wisdom. As more and more banks realize the wealth of data that they're sitting on and start monetizing it, that is going to change the landscape of banking industry. Analytics, not just for the descriptive and prescriptive kind of analytics, but is going to be a lot more predictive. And using the machine learning, natural language processing, and artificial intelligence comes in handy for banks to look at how they can leverage this data in 2017. The fourth trend that we observed is in the form of automation. When more and more things are moving into autonomous, like you have heard about autonomous cars, autonomous drones, I think banking is moving in the direction of being a lot more autonomous in the perspective of moving automation-driven agenda when it comes to serving the customers, partners, and the regulators. While autonomous or the automation is talked from the perspective of only being managing some services, workflows, and linking some processes, I think 2017 is going to be a lot more from the perspective of bringing in seamless interaction, seamless automation across the ecosystem, partners, and the regulators. While all these things are happening, the fifth trend is about the security. I think more and more things as they move toward digital, security is becoming more and more important. And when a lot more transactions are going to happen in the form of a digital, security becomes the utmost important criteria for banks to develop the trust and the confidence in the minds of customers, partners, and the regulators on how they are going to secure and safely provide that kind of a secure transaction capability for the customers. While all of these things are trends, I think the more important thing is about the employees themselves. The last mile connectivity that happens with the customer connect is the employees. If employees continue the way they are trying to do the transactions the way it happened in 2016 and before, it's not going to be fruitful for the banks. In a digital era, the employees have to change and adapt to the digital technologies, and a lot more content-driven conversation with the customers and the partners is expected to happen. Not just that, the context and the relevancy of customer experience is going to be driven at the point where the transaction takes place, either in the branches or in the call center. I think more and more transactions are converted into an emotional transaction than a rational transaction. Then you will have a lot more sustained, and the customer relationship is going to be a lot more crucial in this direction. With this, we feel that and we believe that these 6 mega trends are going to change the banking landscape in 2017.